Alright, this is T-Mac from Mike'sOutdoors.com, and I got a request on a guy who's having trouble with a fox getting into his chicken pen. I was going to try and tell him what sets. He has 2 foothold traps, so I was going to try and tell him what sets to use to try and catch his fox. But I figured I'd just do a video and he can watch it and go from there. I just bought chickens this year, so I know what kind of investment that is and how angry I'd be if I had a nuisance creature coming in there and having a field day on my chicks. So first thing, if I was him, I'd get a hold of the game wardens in that area and make sure the laws of a nuisance species or something that's getting into your chicken pen, they might allow you to hunt them at night under the circumstances with spotlight or vision, heat, or night vision or something. In Oklahoma, that's against the law, but I'm not sure how the law works for if it's getting into your chicken pen or whatever. So I'd kind of do some research like that. We can't use snares in Oklahoma, which is ridiculous, but we can't use them. So the first thing I would do if I could use a snare was find out where the fox is entering. Snaring. Well, that's a quick, easy trap. A lot of times, if it's a gray fox, they can climb like a squirrel, so they won't have no problem shimmying up a tree or up into your chicken house or whatever. So I'm gonna go over a couple sets that might work for him, and they might work for you on your fox trap line. It's really hot today, so I don't have my gloves on and all that. This is just kind of to show him some sets that he can use with his 2 traps that he has. I'm going to get started right here. I got a fence line over here, and fox, they like to run them fence lines a lot, especially up next against these hay fields. And I got a little trail here my dogs have beat down, but for now we're going to say it's a fox trail. This person has got camera footage using his trail cam and has seen the fox, so he kind of knows where it's running. So that's a good place to start to set your trap. The first trap I'm going to set is going to be a dirt hole, not really a plain Jane dirt hole, but the dirt hole is like that's the go-to trap when it comes to catching canines. And the second set is what I like to call the fox buffet. It's one of Gene's favorites, so I'm gonna put those 2 out there, and let's see if we can't save this guy's chicken. All right, so here's the trail coming from the fence line. So I'm going to put my set right out here along this edge. With trapping fox, scent free is always the best way to be. So, if you can't have your traps dyed, if not, try something, spray them down with some scent killer or something, because you can never really, I don't think you can ever really get rid of your scent completely. So, but you try as best you can, especially if this fox is around a home place. Maybe he's more tolerant to human scent than other fox. He's around this chicken pen where you've been, and so he might get away with it there. But first thing I'm gonna do is dig my pan here. Normally I'd be doing this with gloves on, but it's too dang hot today. Now my dog is going to wander over here and get step in this trap. The main thing when you're digging your trap bed is to not have the trap bed too big. You want to have just enough room for the trap. That keeps it from wobbling. And when you're trying to trap a fox, you can't have a wobbly trap. They will feel that and they won't step there. So you've got to have a solid trap bed. Hey. So I got me a backing. The rules to the backing is you don't want to be more than 4 or 5 inches up so the fox can see over it, so he doesn't feel like he's being trapped into anything. He wants to be able to look over it so he ain't scared, but you don't want him to be able to work the bait from behind. So, and you want the hole that we're going to dig to be about 6 inches back and about 2 to 3 inches to the center of your pan. So, about right here. And you're going to take your trap stake. You're going to pound in a hole right here. Swallow that out. That's my dirt away. You want to be at an angle and deep enough that he has to work it to see what's in there. You got your dirt hole. You want him to have to come up in there to see down into it. And that's the main thing. So you're going to take your 1.5. Pound that stick down, center. Pound that all the way down, flush bottom. Main thing too also is flat. You want your pan to be flat. Everything flat. So that's a little deep on the trap pan. Knock some of this in. There's dirt in there. Turn it. Dog is 45 degrees out. The dog is what lays over and connects the pan is your dog. You want that 45 degrees. And just back about 6 to 8 inches and over. And around 3 inches. That ought to work. Pan cover in there. If you need some more dirt, just go elsewhere and get you some dirt. Brush that off so you can see your pan. Really want to pack that down tight. No movement at all. Alright, so got a little bit of enough on there to cover. Make sure your hole stands out a little bit. And what you're going to want to do is place something like this right here, over here where your dog is at. You don't want that fox stepping on that because that'll throw his foot out. So you don't want him stepping there, you want him stepping here, so you want to kind of place something there to guide his foot over in here. I'm going to throw a little grass on there just because it's so grassy around here. And then normally I'd bait the hole something white kind of like a rabbit hair or something, and maybe put a little fox urine up there, and that's your dirt hole set. That's a pretty basic. So you might even throw something right here, that like little stick right there. That right there will kind of create. You want to create a lane right here, and you want to keep your escape route clear. And then you get him. All right, the Fox Buffet is set. I'm going to use the same trap, but for this set, I would normally use the number 2 Duke. Ben's already got me an area here ready to go. I'm just going to keep it like this. Now you set your trap. Right in the middle. Make sure it's flat. Give it a 3-point test. Make sure it ain't real wobbly. Pan cover. I'm not going to cover the trap. I already done that one. So you got your trap placement, and what you're going to do now, you're going to make, see this hole right here? You're going to make 4 more around this. Same distance apart. Spread them out. Just like that. You take your stake, before you put your trap in there, you take your stake, hammer it in there, and waller out a hole. You know, every 5 of them. Alright. This one works on a Fox Curiosity. See, Fox sets are usually real clean, real messy. The dirt hole's a real clean set, you know, spick and span, everything looks nice. This set's going to be a messy set. And you're going to have them holes. And if you're having chickens killed and you find the chicken carcass, that's the best thing you can use. Take pieces of that chicken, stuff it in them holes, then pull the feathers out after you cover this trap and lay feathers everywhere. Fox, they like them visual signs, kind of like cats. They like to see all that feather in the wind. That kind of gets their curiosity going. So you got feathers all over this thing. You got bait in multiple holes. And what you're going to try and do is get him excited, and instead of working around, you want him to crisscross in between those holes. The more he crisscrosses in between those holes, more likely he's going to step on your trap. So same thing, good bed, just barely bigger than your trap. Stake it down right to the center, down in, plant your trap, have your holes, cover it up, and throw feathers everywhere. Just rip them apart and all over that. And that's your Fox Buffet set. And see if that don't catch him. Being he's already got chicken on his mind, using the dead chicken carcass might work. Dirt hole or the Fox Buffet, either one's good to catch a fox. I hope it helps you out, and I hope you catch that fox, because I know how much them chickens cost, and I know how much they're worth in my mind. So, you know, but get a hold of your local game ranger, talk to him a little bit. He might know better, but I hope that helps you. Thanks for watching this video, and I'll see you next time.